Most of the time when these people be talking, I don't even hear them. They talk and they talk, but I do not hear shit when I'm near them. I swear to God that I came.
Hello members of the Halo Clan community, Val here, and today I wanted to bring you guys a video about, Exodus. And first of all, I wanted to say that this is not scripted. I'm saying this all off of memory, so if I make any grammatical errors, if I say anything that, I mess up my wording or anything like that, just know that this is not scripted. So recently, about right before the High Council left, a bunch of people from the High Council and created the AI, Exodus voted, mainly Power, brought up something that is really, really odd, that most people in the Clan community probably won't like, and I personally don't like this either. So what he said, we were discussing ROE, their first ROE meeting, and he brought this up and was telling us about it. So basically, Exodus is going to be taking anybody's maps they wish, and anybody's prefabs that they wish, and just give credit. Now, they also said that, oh yeah, anybody can use any Exodus maps or prefabs. And they're like, so that, therefore, it gives us the right to, take everybody else's stuff. I would be taking this as map stealing. That's personally what I would take this as. Oh yes, they're giving credit, but they don't have permission from some of these clans to take maps. This is a great example. Some screenshots are going to be going up on your guys' screen. You guys know we are currently at war with Exodus. The score is 2-0 in Divine Angel's favor, and right now we're having the next raid today. So with that being said, we asked publicly, because Power wants to try and cause ruckus in community chats. So we decided to ask him publicly what map he's going to be using, and he decided to say DA Fort Helios, which is the map we used to defend on them, and the map we used to defend Navcom. Both were unable to capture the map, although Navcom did put up a formidable offensive as well. As Exodus, they didn't capture the base. So with that being said, he said that he's going to use it, or that he wants to use it. He's thinking about using it. You guys see the screenshot. I don't have it up. So then, you guys clearly see I'm posting the other screenshots. Axios flat out says you're not allowed to use the map. He says you do not have the DA permission. Power's going on about how it's public domain. I think this is really scummy. Now, here's the thing. Power did bring up in a community meeting, the Nature Powers Conference, that he wanted to start a war system in which, how it would be is there's 0 ROE, and with that being said, what would happen is, you would have one base, let's say, but this is a great example, Exodus Fort Green, let's say, this is a great example, let's say, the first raid of the war would be them defending, so, alright, let's say Temple Helios. So we would attack Temple Helios first. So in case there was any sort of weird things that, like hidden places, anything like that, that we could go to, they would find it out, so when they attacked, they would have the same advantage. So what happened with that is you would do that, and then you would end up defending your base second, right? So that way, everybody's fair, so whatever ROE was used in the first raid would be used in the second. Anything that's on the map can be used, and etc. I know he talked about that. That is not what we are doing in this war. But for some reason, he wants to use our maps. I mean, I understand they're nice-looking maps, but, come on, Power. With that being said, I know some people will view this video as unprofessional, because I'm not talking as, I'm not talking on behalf of DA right now, I'm talking on behalf of myself, Val. But I think this is extremely scummy and unprofessional. It's just unprofessional in general. I mean, you're gonna go and take people's maps and just say, oh yeah, well, yo guys, DA made this map. It's like, yeah, we know DA made the map. Like, what are you doing? So I quite frankly don't understand. He's saying that he wants to use DA Temple Helios, which is a fair map. I'll give it that. I believe the attackers get I believe a Scout Hog. I'm not sure. They get, I believe, 2 plasma pistols. I haven't been on the map in a while, so this might have been edited when I believe I was testing it out. I know they get a fuel rod. That's one of the biggest things in the map is a fuel rod. Now, the thing is so Power's been talking, and so one of the big things on the map, like I said, was the fuel rod. Navcom did come close to taking the base on multiple occasions last night. On top of that, Adept and Dignitaries clan, which I have no clue, I'm imagining it's the Adepts, they actually did take the base. And we've done multiple friendly practice raids internally and externally, and we've had no problems. Obviously, you know, with better players, it's going to be harder to take. You know, it's just how it goes. But with the map design, you know, one of the biggest things is that fuel rod count. In fact, last night, we were actually just talking about that in the Discord chat. Granted, this video is being made at 10:45 a.m. Standard Eastern Time, so... but anyways, so with that, you know, like, the fuel rod was a big thing. We were just talking about how, oh, the fuel rod was constantly suppressing the sniper, and the sniper had to, you know, move back a little bit, and it was a big thing. Fuel rod's a big thing. But he's saying, what ended up happening with the ROE is that power kept pushing and kept pushing for no teleporters. Even though in the ROE it clearly states no secret teleporters. So he had us delete the teleporters on the map, Temple Helios, which cut them off from their little arsenal that we gave them, fuel rod, etc. weapons. So, from that being said, they kind of screwed themselves over. That was their problem. Although we did tell them, etc. It is secret teleporters. So, and now he's saying, oh, fine, then, you know, we're going to use the same map and just not give you guys a fuel rod. It's like, no, it was on the map. Like, we were giving you guys a fuel rod. It's your fault that you kind of screwed your entire team over. On top of that, like, he doesn't have permission to use our map. Just straight up. He doesn't have permission to use our map. I'm going to claim this as map stealing. Now, I know he posted a picture in the community chat about us having Fort Greene on our file share. Yes, we do have Fort Greene on our file share. It's not, you know, a crime to bookmark a map. See, we don't use other people's maps, anything like that. I know there's been, on multiple occasions, people, they try to say things like, this is a great example, UNCF Flame, I don't really know him. I made some pictures for my buddy, CRC Locust. I actually went on the UNR Fort Jefferson. I'm pretty sure most people, most people know what that map is. Basically went on that map, took some pictures, awesome. I have full permission from OIQ, which was the UNR's forger at the time, which made that map, to go ahead and use any UNR raid bases and even the UNR capital. If you guys so wish, I'll put that in. I'll put that in the description, or I'll put that up on the screen right now. So, with that being said, you know, I could use that map, and you know, I have permission, but we don't use it in raids or trainings or anything like that. But it's just a really nice looking map. That's not map stealing. That's, I've been given permission. On top of that, you know, there's all sorts of things, Aegis maps, some of them I've helped build, I have permission to use those, some certain NRI maps I have permission to use, and it's, you know, that's not map stealing, but when you take someone's map and you use it, regardless of if you give credit, you use it without their permission, even when they say don't. You know, even if you used it without permission, it's still scummy. But the fact that the person specifically says don't use our map and you use it anyways, that's really scummy. So the way I see this is from the standpoint that I'm looking at, Exodus is taking maps and is going to be using them. Now I understand Exodus's main forgers all left, so they don't have, you know, the ability to really create many new maps. And I do understand our maps are very nice, so I can understand the appeal, but I do not understand why they're going to end up tarnishing part of their reputation in order just to use a map. At the end of the day, like I said, I think this is really scummy that they're going to be basically stealing a map and using it, but at the end of the day, we are at war. If they steal a map, I mean, like I said, I'm telling you all about this. You all can go decide how you guys feel about Exodus stealing maps and prefab. But I don't know, guys. That's practically it. I think, like I said, I've said this so many times, but I think this is really scummy and, you know, pretty bad. I mean, now you've got clans like Exodus taking maps. This is a really bad policy. Also, I don't really understand, you know, the whole part about this policy. We're just gonna take anybody's maps even if you don't use our maps, we're still gonna take yours if we want to, and just give you a little bit of credit. Like, that, like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So you're saying, let's say Navcom uses one of your maps, then you can take my map? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I can understand a trade, maybe, if like, oh, yo, yeah, dude, you can use my map if you let me use your map, you know, something like that, but this is none of the sorts. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. You know, write in the comments, how do you guys feel about this? You know, Exodus saying that they're just going to use anybody's maps. Like, what is this? This is not the community that I really love. Honestly, this community's changed so much, and I could go on and on and on about how this community is getting worse. But personally, I think stuff like this is the problem. People trying to go around trying to justify certain actions. His main claim is that they're public maps. You know, they're on public. But yeah, that's so that our members can look at them. Otherwise, you know, trying to create a second account, which we have, they get found out really easily. You can go in people's game history and find a secret account instantly. There's no, there's no way to keep a secret account secret unless you really want to do a lot of work, a lot of effort, to keep a secret account secret. But yeah, so like I said, hope you guys like this video. Please write in the comments below what you guys think is happening, you know, with Exodus now. I mean, they're stooping low, like that low now. I don't know, it's pretty insane. Well, like I said, guys, yeah, so have a good day, guys, and until next time.